Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. The video I recommend today is called Philosophical Bouncer. This is a great video to study if you're planning on going to a club when you're studying abroad, or if you're on holiday in an English-speaking country. If you go to a club, there's a chance you'll be stopped by a bouncer, and this video gives you a pretty good idea of the kind of questions they might ask. Well, the first part anyway. The bouncer says, "When's your birthday?" Or he might actually say, "What's your birthday?" I couldn't quite tell. And he asks, "What's your sign? Address? Apartment number?" I think those are pretty normal questions because the bouncer's trying to determine whether that's actually your ID or whether you've borrowed it off a friend. And then the bouncer in this video moves on to more unusual questions that a bouncer probably wouldn't normally ask you, like, "Your ID is coated in a polycarbonate of what substance to prevent tampering?" And, "If God is good, why does evil exist?" This video reminded me of the first time I went to a club in New Zealand, so I thought I'd tell you that story. I was 16 at the time, and you're supposed to be 20, so I borrowed somebody's driver's license. And at that time, driver's licenses in New Zealand didn't have photos on them, so borrowing someone's license was pretty easy to do. And I knew that the bouncer might ask me some questions, so I studied the information on the license really hard. I studied the name and the date of birth and probably even the star sign. And then we got to the club, and sure enough, the bouncer asked me for ID because I probably looked really young. And the first question he asked me was, "Where do you stay?" I still remember that's how he said it because I thought it was an odd way to say it at the time. He meant, "Where do you live?" or "What's your address?" And as soon as he said it, I went, and I thought, oh no, the address, because it didn't occur to me that I had to remember that as well. But there's really no way you can get out of that because it's not like anyone doesn't know where they live. So I was just like, And so it was really obvious that it wasn't my license. But the bouncer was really nice and he just smiled and gave me the license back and said, "Not tonight, ladies." Kia ora, in Stick News today. After 5 years, Gmail has finally come out of its beta phase. Gmail is a free email service provided by Google. It was launched on the 1st of April 2004 as an invitation-only service. On the 7th of April 2007, it became available to the general public, and now over 100 million users have opened accounts. This week, on the 7th of July 2009, Google decided to remove the beta label, but if users miss the label, they can easily turn it back on again with a click. According to Wikipedia, beta is a nickname for software which has been released to users for testing before its official release, but Google seems to have a different meaning for the word. The New York Times quoted an analyst as saying that Google probably retained the beta label for so long because it had a coolness factor that appealed to the digerati. And that was Stick News for Thursday, the 9th of July. Kia ora. Today's word is sombre. One of the funny questions the bouncer in the video asks is, "What kind of face are you making in the picture?" An example might be sombre, and the guy says, I guess slightly surprised." By the way, sombre is like centre in that it can be spelt ER or RE, depending on what part of the world you're in. Sombre means sad and serious. For example, Paul was in a quiet and sombre mood. Oh, yeah, sure. Busy night? December 26th, 1984. Capricorn. 211 East 14th Street. 11A. It's a plaid shirt. Plaid. I guess slightly surprised. Hey, I do. Yeah. When's your birthday? What's your sign? Address? Apartment number? What kind of shirt are you wearing in this picture? What kind of face you're making in the picture? An example might be somber. Interfere with something without authority or so as to cause damage. A. Plaid. B. Prevent. C. Sombre. D. Substance. E. Tamper. Tamper. Checkered or tartan twilled cloth. Plaid. A type of solid, liquid or gas that has particular qualities. Substance. To stop something from happening. Prevent. Sad and serious. Sombre. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.